Hi everyone, welcome back to IELTS Daily. I'm Jay and this is Chris. And today we're going to answer a few questions based on part 3 of the IELTS speaking exam. So let's get started, okay? So if you remember, in a few previous videos we were looking at part 2 of the IELTS speaking exam and we went over a few topics. The first topic was achieving a goal, and the second topic was a gift that took a long time.
I think you spoke about your father-in-law, is that right?
Yeah, my father-in-law. And when I achieved a goal, I talked about making the basketball team in year 7 after being cut the year before in year 6.
By the way, if you want to see those videos, we'll put the link in the description. Click on them because they are super interesting.
They are. Anyway, let's get started. So the first topic is achieving a goal, and I'm going to ask Chris a few questions. You ready for this?
I'm ready. Part 3, I always get a bit nervous because the questions are difficult. I know you feel the same, so have a look at how I answer the question. Try to think about being calm. Listen to the question, and if you don't understand, make sure you ask the examiner.
And if I may, Chris, what other suggestions can you give students for part 3?
They will always be tricky questions. They'll always be trying to get some information from you. So if you don't understand, ask the examiner, could you rephrase that? Could you say that in another way? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. It's absolutely okay. It's normal for you to ask the examiner to rephrase something. So listen for key words, and remember, there's no right and there's no wrong answer.
And the questions are usually focused on people or society, not yourself as well. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's get started. Does success mean different things to different people, do you think?
It certainly does, in my view. Success for some people is a monetary goal, so they want to be rich. Success for some people is to be well known. Success for some people is to have a family. Success for some people is to be good in their career. So depending on the person, success means different things to different people.
Okay, thank you. What are the various measures of success?
I think I kind of alluded to that in my previous response, but for a business it could be how much profit they make. For a person it could be what their salary is. It could be the type of house that they live in. Lots of different measures. Personally, I want to have a good job that I enjoy and to educate people. For me, education is really important.
Absolutely. Are the talented and successful people born with these skills, do you think?
You mean, are they innate? Are they born with them? I think to some extent, having skills that you're born with is quite common, and I think successful people generally have these skills from birth, but I do think that you can learn them. So somebody that maybe doesn't have foot coordination, for example, you can learn to be a good footballer, but you just have to try really hard.
Okay, sounds good. You mentioned a really good vocabulary word, foot coordination. What does that entail?
Yeah, so when you have the ability to control your feet really well. And I also said the word innate. What does innate mean?
Innate means natural or instinctual, something that you don't even have to think about.
Something that you're born with, yeah. So the question was, are talented people born with these skills? And my answer was, yes, they probably are, but they can probably learn them as well.
Another vocabulary word, monetary.
Monetary goals,
yeah. Monetary goals. What does that mean?
It comes from the word money, things which are related to money. So it could be having a good salary or saving a lot of money.
Absolutely.
Should I ask you some questions now?
Absolutely.
Good. So in part 3 today we're looking at a gift or giving gifts, because you spoke about your father-in-law. What kind of gifts are popular in your country?
Oh, all kinds of gifts. Basically, anything that when we give a gift in my country, we try to give a gift that is tailored or specific to the person, things that they like. So if you're someone who likes sport, maybe your family will buy you sport clothes or athletic equipment. If you're into tech or gaming, you might be given a computer or a gaming system. It's very wide and varied, the types of gifts that people give in the United States.
Sure. Do men and women tend to give different types of gifts?
Ooh, good question. I would say so, yeah. Sometimes men and women have different likes and dislikes, and maybe some of the, for example, I probably would not receive a gift of makeup from my friends because I'm a guy and I don't wear makeup. But you know, my wife would definitely get some makeup from maybe her mother or something like that. So that would be a good example of something different between in terms of gift between men and women.
Great. Is it important to give gifts which are important to that person?
I believe so, absolutely. I strongly believe that. It shows that you really know the person, number one. And number two, it shows that you care about them and that you're really thinking about what will make them happy when you give them that gift. Sometimes giving a gift can be more fulfilling and exciting than receiving a gift. And when you pick out a gift that is really tailored to that person, it can make you really happy and satisfied.
Super. Great. I liked in your response how you said number one and number two. And this is a good way of segmenting your answer and showing that you've thought about different points. And it actually maybe gives you a little bit of time to think as well. So
yes.
Number one, and then you give your answer. And number two, you maybe have a little bit of time to think about another answer. Is that?
Absolutely, yeah. It's a way of just kind of, I mean, it's a very small amount of time, but it's just a way to kind of collect your thoughts and calm down during this stressful situation.
Great. And you also said tailored. Tailored, what does that mean?
Specific to that person. Yeah, so if I buy a gift that's tailored to Chris, it is connected to him, it's related to him because it's something that he really likes.
Fantastic. We've spoken about part 3 of the speaking test today. Remember, part 3 is the hardest part of the test, but don't worry. Just try to speak as much and as fluently as possible. Give the examiner plenty of opportunity to mark your answers.
Absolutely, yes.
Anything else to say?
No, I think that's about
Wonderful. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you like this video, subscribe. Jay, you've been ace. See you soon.
it. See you later, guys. Thanks for watching.